Okay, now I'm going to look at general percentage increase. If we have, let's say we have 500 kronas as our starting number. And I invest this money in a really fantastically smart way, so that I get a 50% increase in my investment. Well, how much money am I going to make? Well, that's going to be 50% of 500, which is going to be 5 times 5 is 25. 1 0 left over, 250. So I'm going to earn 250 kronas. But I've also got my 500 kronas that I started with. So a smarter way of working out my final total would be to multiply 500 by 1.5, where we can think of as the 1 as being 100% of our original 500 kronas, and the 0.5 as being our 50% increase. This will give me the answer straight away, because I know that 1.5 times 5 is 7.5. But I've also got 2 zeros here, so times 100 equals 750 kronas. So a 50% increase in my investment using this method here will give me the same answer of 750 that I would have got if I had added my 500 kronas original to my 250 starting price. So my final amount that I would earn here would be 250 plus 500, giving me 750 kronas. But in step 1, I first had to multiply through my equation in this step to get this answer. Then I had to do an addition to my original, whereas if I do it in step 2 here, I did everything all in one and got my final answer. So general percentage increase is pretty useful to know that. Okay, let's look at some other things then. Well, how should we be thinking if we know that the price of a pair of jeans after discount, let's say that the jeans are 25% discount. Okay, and they actually cost now, so after this 25% discount, I pay 600 kronas. What did the jeans cost originally? What did the jeans cost originally? Again, it's super important with percentages that you set up your formula correctly. So what do I know then? I know that 75% of original price gives me a price that I had to pay, which was actually 600 kronas. So 75% of whatever the original price was is going to give me the price that I paid for these jeans, and that's 600. Well, we don't know what the original price was, but we do know that 75% is the same as 0.75. We don't know the original price, so let's use the algebraic term x. 0.75 of the original price equals 600 kronas. Now when we've set our equation up correctly, it's pretty easy to solve for x, because we would like to get x by itself. So how do we do that? We divide both sides of our equation by 0.75. 0.75 divided by 0.75, that's going to give me 1 here. So I would get that x by itself equals 600 divided by 0.75. I know that 0.75 is actually the same as 3/4. So what do we get then? We get 600 divided by 3/4. Now I've got my special double divide line here. I have a divide there and I have a divide there, which allows me to say that this is the same as 600 divided by 3, and the number that's under the double divide here, this little 4 here, now goes up to the top and is multiplied by. So we get that 600 divided by 3 is 200, and then we get 200 multiplied by 4 is 800. 800 kronas is the original price of my jeans. Let's make sure that we've done that correctly. We should do a little check up here. It won't let me write the K in because I'm too close to the top. But I would like to know that what is 25% of 800, which is the same as 800 divided by 1/4, which is 200. So 200 kronas is discount, which means that if I got 200 kronas as discount and 800 is the original price, I would have paid 800 minus 200, 600 kronas. So there I know that I've done everything in my calculation correctly.